Good day. I am Alfred Victor Austria from BSAE 1B. Here I am to discuss the major components of an aircraft and its function. So please, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video so you can learn and distinguish an aircraft parts and its use. So today, I am discussing the major components of an aircraft and its functions. So this is the part of an aircraft: the fuselage, the wings, the empennage, landing gear, and the power plant. Starting from the fuselage. The fuselage is the central portion of the body of an airplane, designed to accommodate the crew, passengers, and cargo. It varies greatly in design and size according to the function of the aircraft. It composes of the longerons, struts, bulkhead, and the stringers. Longerons are spar-like structures that run lengthwise of the airplane's fuselage or span-wise of a wing. The purpose they serve is to transfer loads and stress from the aircraft's skin to the form. So this is the part of the fuselage. Struts are the supporting components located between the cabin floor and the frames. Bulkhead is an upright wall within the hull of a ship or within the fuselage of an airplane. Other kinds of partition elements within a ship are decks and deckhead. Next is the wings. Wings generate most of the lift to hold the plane in the air. To generate lift, the airplane must be pushed through the air. The number of wings can also vary. Airplanes with a single set of wings are referred to as monoplanes, while those with two sets are called biplanes. So this is the two sets of planes depending on their wings. Now, this is the principal structural parts of the wings. It is the spars, the ribs, and the stringers. The ribs are the structural cross pieces that combine with spars and stringers to make up the framework of the wing. The spar carries flight loads and the weight of the wings while on the ground, and the stringers is a thin strip of material to which the skin of the aircraft is fastened. So this is the flaps and the ailerons. It is two types of control surfaces which attach the rear or trailing edges of the wings. Ailerons are small hinged sections on the outboard portion of a wing. Flaps are a high-lift device consisting of a hinge panel or panels mounted on the trailing edge of the wing. Now let's go to the empennage. The empennage includes the entire tail group and consists of fixed surfaces such as the vertical stabilizer and the horizontal stabilizer. The movable surfaces include the rudder, the elevator, and one or more trim tabs. The rudder is the small moving section at the rear of the stabilizer that is attached to the fixed sections by hinges. The elevator is a movable aerofoil that controls changes in pitch, the up and down motion of the aircraft's nose. Trim tabs is a small secondary flight control surfaces that are attached to the trailing edge of a larger primary control surface such as an elevator or rudder. Let's move on to the landing gear. It is the principal support of the airplane when parked, taxiing, taking off, or landing. The most common types of landing gear: the floats, the skis, and the wheels. The landing gear consists of three wheels, two main wheels, and a third wheel positioned either at the front or rear of the airplane. There are two types of landing gear: the conventional landing gear and the tricycle gear. So this is the two types of landing gear: the conventional landing gear and the tricycle gear. Last but not the least is the power plant. It usually includes both the engine and the propeller. The primary function of the engine is to provide the power to turn the propeller. The engine is covered by a cowling or a nozzle, which are both types of covered housings. The purpose of the cowling or nozzle is to streamline the flow of air around the engine and to help to cool the engine by ducting air around the cylinders. And the propeller, it translates the rotating force of the engine into thrust, a forward acting force that helps move the airplane through the air. This is the part of the power plant: the engine, the propeller, and the cooling. There are two types of power plant: the tractor configuration and the pusher configuration. Depends on the propeller and the engine to where it is positioned. Before I end this discussion, let me read this beautiful quote from Henry Ford. When everything seems to go against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. And there you go, we are finished. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something from this video.
And now we are finished. I hope you learned something from this video. Again, I am Alfred Victor Austria. Thank you for listening and goodbye.